Today we will see the second part of osteoarthritis. In the first part, we have already seen the definition, general introduction, along with that the causes, types, signs and symptoms, along with pathophysiology. In this part, mainly we will see with risk factors, investigations, and diagnosis of osteoarthritis. Myself, Dr. Anandas, Assistant Professor, Department of Roganidhana एवं विकृति विज्ञान, Global Institute of Ayurveda, Rajkot. What are the main risk factors of osteoarthritis with respect to old age? We have already seen in clinical signs and symptoms also. It is more prone in old age people. Gender wise, with respect to gender, it will be more affected over female category. Any specific kind of bone injury, it will predispose with osteoarthritis condition. So any certain kind of bone injury happen because of that, there will be more chance of occurrence of osteoarthritis condition. Along with bone injury, joint injury also, any kind of joint dysplasia with respect to certain mechanical causes, trauma other than the injury, any specific kind of more powerful trauma which is happening to with respect to any kind of accidents and or family history within that genetics, any kind of hereditary influence throughout the family, any kind of influence is there or not, that we have to trace out. Occupation related, mainly occupation related condition, people those who stand for a long time, those who doing any kind of strenuous activities, it will be affect the joints more. That condition also will be considerable in condition of manifestation of osteoarthritis. Obesity, like systemic conditions like any kind of metabolic conditions, it will be more hammering the condition, or it will be causing more worsening of the situation. Several general risk factors which will be more predisposing or causing or worsening of the condition called osteoarthritis. Certain investigations we will see, radiological examination it is because of there will be degeneration of the joints or the bones, along with the bony spuds will be forming, any kind of deep fissure will be forming along with the deep ulceration also. So in order to trace out this, certain radiological examinations are indeed in conditions of osteoarthritis like situations. So joint space narrowing, any particular kind of defect which we can see under radiological conditions. The joint space narrowing within the synovial cavity or within the joint space, any kind of specific changes are occurring apart from the normal condition. Presence of osteophytes under radiological examination, or subchondral cyst or subchondral sclerosis with respect to the cartilages and articular cartilages. Intra-articular osseous debris-like formation will be seen under radiological examination. So these kinds will be present within the cavities if at all any kind of a degenerative condition is ongoing there. Varus or valgus angulation, like any kind of medial with respect to the lateral deviation of the joints with respect to the limbs, that will be specifically pointed out in radiological examination reports. Patellar subluxation and bone remodeling also will be happening. So this much conditions we can find out in order to distinguish between osteoarthritis condition, or along with osteoarthritis condition, if at all these conditions are present, that we can easily understand. With respect to normal condition, it will be normally aligned with to the joint space and the normal structure of placement of the both the lower legs. But for virus and valgus condition, you can see in the picture with respect to the virus condition, then condition with respect to the lateral departing with respect to the normal alignment with respect to the knee joint position, it will be just aparting from the normal alignment. With respect to the valgus, it will be also known as no knees. Both the knees will be conjoining together, means it will be coming face to face, like medial type of a deviation, that is valgus. So varus and valgus condition mostly will be seen in condition of osteoarthritis like degenerative non-inflammatory condition. Radiological classification, under radiological classification, or whether we will go with any kind of radiological findings or radiological examination, certain grades we can give. With respect to that grade, we can go for further treatment and further proper treatment aspect along with management. So grade 0, it will be obviously normal condition. There will not be any detectable signs and symptoms or any kind of defects which will be seen through the radiological reports. In grade 1, partial osteophytes, formation or presence of partial osteophytes will be there under the radiological reports, whether it will be X-ray, CT scan. So with that reports, we can see presence of partial osteophytes, so formation of partial osteophytes like things will be present within the synovial cavity or within the joint spaces. Grade 2, definite osteophytes, presence of the definite osteophytes will be, there will be remarkable content of osteophytes will be present. Grade 3, moderate multiple osteophytes, and grade 4, large number of osteophytes, or with respect to the content, with respect to the quantity presence, it will be comparatively large with respect to the grade 1, 2 and 3. That is grade 4. These are different gradings which we can give according to the presence of osteophytes when we go through radiological classification or radiological examination for a osteoarthritis affected joint. Along with blood routine, we can do with the patient's sample, synovial fluid analysis, arthroscopy, isotopic scintigraphy along with the MRI. These are the other investigations which we can perform in order to find out with the condition of, in order to know more about with the condition of patient's situation, nothing but osteoarthritis condition. There's a peculiar feature or peculiar presence of nodes in case of osteoarthritis, that is Heberden's nodes and Bouchard's nodes. So, what does it mean by Heberden's nodes and Bouchard's nodes? Bony bumps on the finger joint closest to the fingernail are called Heberden's nodes. So, you can see within the picture the space or the bony bumps like structure or formations which will be on the finger joint closest to the fingernail at the junction or the fingernail point or the joint which is so close to the fingernail region, some kind of bony bumps will be forming, that is Heberden's nodes. What is Bouchard's nodes, or what are Bouchard's nodes? Bony bumps on the middle joint of the finger are known as Bouchard's nodes. So two peculiar features have been allotted for both of these nodes, Heberden's nodes and Bouchard's nodes. So both should be clearly identifiable, or clearly it should be understood by the physician, like where is the positioning of the nodes. Heberden's node, which is closest to the fingernail, and with respect to the Bouchard's node on the middle joint of the finger. Differential diagnosis, what we can consider differential diagnosis in case of osteoarthritis. In acute onset, chances of formation of gout or gouty arthritis, pseudo-gout, rheumatic fever, infective arthritis, and in young age condition, rheumatoid arthritis, gonococcal arthritis, tubercular arthritis. So, within osteoarthritis, you can consider the other types of arthritis also as differential diagnosis because of the presentation, because of the clinical features, and depends upon the signs and symptoms how it is appeared over the patient. So in order to distinguish with these conditions, you can go with these kind of differential diagnosis also. You should consider with these kind of differential diagnosis also. Complications: rapid complete breakdown of cartilage resulting in loose tissue material in the joint. Chondrolysis condition will be forming in condition as a complication of osteoarthritis. That is, it will be rapid complete breakdown of the cartilage, of the articular cartilage. It will be causing loose tissue material in the joint. Bone death, complete bone death, which will be termed as osteonecrosis. Stress fractures will be there, like it will be hairline crack in the bone that develops gradually in response to repeated injury or stress. Specific kind of bleeding inside the joint will be there within the joint space, infection happening to the joint, any kind of deterioration or rupture of the tendons and ligaments around the joint, leading to loss of stability. So complete loss of stability will be because of rupture, any kind of deterioration or decreasing the capability of the tendons or ligaments around the joint. pinched nerve-like condition like osteoarthritis of the spine, Baker's cyst formation along with osteomyelitis, the common complications of osteoarthritis. Particular treatment we can give in the condition like a supportive therapy, weight reduction is must in obesity condition. In order to treat this condition, weight reduction is must. Reduced activity of the joints and should be provided with proper support and braces whenever walking or doing any kind of activities. Physiotherapy is indeed. And certain drug administration like condition, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs we can prefer. Intra-articular injection is useful like a viscous solution and steroids like condition materials. Anxiolytics, local application. These are all the supportive and along with the drug therapy. Excision of the osteophytes, joint and debridement, like excision of the loose bodies. Synovectomy we can do, and high tibial osteotomy, distal femoral osteotomy, TKR, arthrodesis, patelectomy. So total knee replacement also it is effective along with the arthrodesis and patelectomy like surgical methods we can adopt in these conditions. So most of the conditions you should go with or you should assess what is the present condition of the patient, along with that what are all the main complaints present within the patient and specific conditions which is respect to the onset of the other any associated symptoms like along with the main symptom. If patient is telling any particular kind of joint pain or joint inflammation, you have to ask the patient whether the patient is having any associated symptoms or not, or any other associated metabolic disorders are present or not previously or at present, and what another treatment the patient has been taken before. So this much thing should be considered. Conclusion: osteoarthritis is the most common chronic joint condition. It's a long-lasting condition. With OA, the cartilage breaks down, causing the bones within the joint to rub together. This can cause pain, stiffness, and other symptoms. So mainly the cartilage will be break down. It is a degenerative condition. As it is a degenerative condition, the cartilage will break down. This will cause bones within the joint to rub together. So within the joint space will be decreasing. As an additional cause, the fluid, the synovial fluid within the fluid which is present within the joint space also will be getting reduced because of certain conditions. So this will cause rubbing of the two joints together. This can cause pain along with the stiffness and other symptoms. Osteoarthritis occurs most often in older people, although it can occur in adult of any age. OA is also called degenerative joint disease, degenerative arthritis, and wear and tear arthritis are other related types of osteoarthritis.